What up, everybody? Welcome back to Music Blueprint. Today, we are going to teach you how to go viral on Instagram. I know a lot of times as musicians, we think social media is not that important or that the art is more important and it's only a marketing tool, but that is not the truth. You can make a ton of money becoming an influencer on some of these social platforms. And obviously, Instagram's been in the game for a really long time and it's kind of hard to break in, but we're going to give you some tricks on how to do so. So let's get into it. Number one, you need to capture people's attention in the first 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Some people say 5 seconds. I personally think that that's too long. If you can capture somebody's attention in the first 3 seconds, they're going to watch the rest of the video. And that is your goal, because when you get paid per view, it's like a streaming service. On a streaming service, you only get paid if they only watched or listened to 30 seconds, you only get paid for the 30 seconds. So let's say if you had, on average on a streaming service, you get paid 0.004 cents to 0.006 cents. Well, if your song's a 3-minute song and they only listen to 30 seconds of it, that's like a sixth of the song, which means you're getting a sixth of that 0.004 cents, which isn't even a penny. Does that make sense? So the same applies for social media. If they don't watch the full video, you're not going to get paid for the full video. So if you're getting 1 cent per view and somebody's only watching the first 3 seconds of it, you're only getting a fraction of that cent. Does that make sense? But what I have found is if somebody watches those first few seconds in the beginning, they're like interested on what's going to happen at the end. And there are some tricks to do that. You can put up at the top, you could say, oh my gosh, the way they harmonized at the end. And then you're like, oh, when a person sees that, they're like, oh, I got to watch it to the end. Or you could say something along the lines, I did a video recently that was like, singing and trying to get my boyfriend to react. And, my boyfriend didn't react at all. And I was like, well, in the description, I said, well, I guess I need to sing a song more interesting. And everybody was like, I can't believe he didn't react to that and all these different things. So you need to do something that's jarring. You drop something and you grab it and you catch it really quick, or somebody's doing something weird in the background, or something that would grab somebody's attention to bring them out of the monotony of what they've been scrolling through. All right? Because again, we all scroll through tons and tons and tons of content, especially on Reels, and you need to be breaking out of that monotony and be like, I'm more interesting, something like that. The second thing is Reels. I firmly believe, and again, I'm not the say-all, end-all on this topic, but I firmly believe that if you're trying to grow a following, you need to be doing Reels, period. I don't think we're in the day and age anymore where you can become popular by just posting. If you already are popular, yes, people could be interested in your posts. But I think if you're just starting out and you have no following, the fastest way to grow your following is with Reels. So I would even suggest not even posting posts and just only doing Reels and stories. People like a format that's quicker. They don't want to be reading paragraphs of stuff. Although some pages, this isn't like for every single person. People are interested in your life and they want to hear all your life updates, but I think people become more involved in those posts when you're consistently giving them content, and then every once in a while you're like, life update, and then you give them something and then people are still engaged with that post. Instagram is still heavily pushing Reels in the algorithm. They're still trying to beat out TikTok. And so with that, whenever there is a new feature on an app, the algorithm rewards you for posting using that feature. So right now it's Reels. It used to be IGTV for a while and all these different things. We know we've been moving into video for a while, but with Reels, you could have a following of like 2,000 and every single one of your Reels is getting 10,000 views. And you're like, wow, and then the conversion of that of people following you is a much higher conversion, right? Because more people are seeing your stuff, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really, really important to do Reels. And if you're like, I'm only a picture person, I haven't moved into this video space. 1, you need to move into the video space. But 2, take your pictures and do something cool with them where you can make a video about them, put a song under it or something like that. Figure out a way to make it into a video, because that is the space that all social media platforms are moving into. They're not really staying in the picture format anymore, unfortunately, unless you do like a carousel on Instagram. But those carousels and those pictures are not what's going viral. It's videos that are going viral. And you need to figure out a way to restructure your format to fit with the times. Unfortunately, hey, we might go back into posts and pictures and all that stuff, but right now everybody is interested in videos and watching videos and all of that stuff. So you need to kind of move into that space. The third thing is, and this is more about the type of content that we have found to be popular and to do really well across our pages. The first thing is, and I think this is on my page specifically, is skits. They love when you take a sound and you make it into some funny skit of some kind. You know, a trending sound right now is this song that goes da 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 da, right? And the skit is you're slowly shutting the door and then you're running away, right? And so what I did is I said, when I finally break away from my needy boyfriend and get to hang out with my friends, and then it's me sprinting down the street, like finally breaking away, and then my boyfriend comes up and like jumps on me, and I'm like, I didn't get away, kind of thing. Those kind of skits with a trending sound is really, really popular. And what I have found as well is they trend first on TikTok and then they trend later on Instagram. So what's great is that you can repurpose content. So you could be like, cool, I have made this video on TikTok and now I can use it for Instagram. Sometimes the trend works immediately and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it takes like 3 months because it seems like Instagram is always a month behind TikTok on the trends. That's what I find. But I sometimes will try to test the waters and see, could it be trending now? Could it be trending later? Sometimes I'll repost the video when I think it's trending if I see something on Reels. You need to be active on the app to really know what is popular and what's going on in the culture of the app, because every app is different. You know, something that's trending on TikTok is not necessarily trending on Instagram, and it's not trending on YouTube Shorts, and et cetera, et cetera. So number one, skits. Number one on point 3 is skits. The next one is car videos. Car videos do really well for me. On TikTok, they don't do as well for me now. I think it's because everybody's doing them in the car. And so now it's the type of content that people have just seen on TikTok and they're tired of it. But on Instagram, they're not tired of it. So this is where you get into the fact of, again, every app is different, but tailoring your content to different apps as well. Like, I make sure that when I do a content day, I make videos that are only for Instagram and only for TikTok and only for certain platforms, and I don't cross post them unless it's at a significantly later time that nobody would remember that I posted it on a different platform. You want to create each profile on every app a little bit different so that people want to follow you across every single platform, so that they're like, oh, well, the reason I follow her on TikTok and Instagram is because Instagram, she does this and she doesn't do it on TikTok, and I find that entertaining. So with car videos, they work really well on Instagram and they work okay for me on YouTube Shorts, but they don't work that well for me on TikToks anymore. Although sometimes I'll have one that does well, but TikTok right now I feel like is a little bit against me. So, but that's a whole other story for a different video. The next one is TikTok Duets. I don't know why, but my TikTok Duets do really well on Instagram. I know you can duet on Instagram, and again, Instagram does reward you for doing videos within the app, but I just find that Instagram's video editing process in the app is not as user-friendly as TikTok's. So I always do everything in TikTok, and then I will either screen record or, use some site to get the watermark off and do that and then post it on Instagram. But for some reason, Instagram really loves when I do duets, and they find it they find it cool that I can duet with somebody that's famous at some point. So let's say on TikTok, John Mayer does a video and I duet it and I sing with it. Instagram likes when I do that and post that TikTok video to Instagram. Hopefully this all makes sense and you're following what I'm saying. So I'm going to recap it with this. Instagram itself loves seeing my TikTok duets on Instagram. Okay. I know that's a little confusing. Make sure you do not have the watermark on the video. That's like a little bonus tip. Do not have the TikTok watermark on any video that you have for Instagram. Figure out a way to screen record it. Figure out some website that gets rid of the watermark, something. It will squash your exposure to that video. Now, some videos will just do well because they're an amazing video, but for the most part, it will squash the viewing of that video. Next one is videos with other people. It really likes when I collab with other people. So for me, I think this is more for singers and dancers because, a lot of people who follow dancers, they follow a bunch of other dancers. And then when they see their two favorite dancers dancing together, they're like, oh my gosh, they got to dance together. That's so cool. I love these two people, right? Same thing with singers. They're like, oh man, I've followed this person for a really long time. I love their voice. I think it's great. And then when they see their two favorite singers in the same video, they're like, oh, this is awesome. They did a cool video together. You're also cross-promoting, which helps videos go viral because, again, if somebody has a bigger following than you, or maybe even the same following as you, that cross-promotion will trigger something in the algorithm to be like, oh, people like this video. And it doesn't know why it likes this video. It only knows that people are liking it. And that it's because there's multiple audiences really focusing in on that video and boosting the algorithm. The next one is, and this is my last one, is weird places. All of my videos that have done really, really well have been shot in the weirdest places, like car garages, hotel stairwells, things that have really great acoustics that are just like random areas that just are cool. And they're like, oh, wow, I never would have thought somebody would sing there. I think one of the main reasons is because it's not standard to see people in those kinds of areas. And so it, again, breaks up the monotony of videos that they're seeing. They're seeing a lot of people out in the open, in nature, and they're seeing a lot of people in cars, and they're seeing a lot of people in X, Y, and Z. And so when you find a weird place that has great acoustics, they're like, perfect. I'm now interested because this is something that I've never seen before. So you're always trying to break outside of the box and break outside of the mold of what people are seeing all the time. Our fourth point, we've moved on from what people like to see and what people like to watch. Our fourth point is post before 4 p.m. Post before 4 p.m. Now some people you need to watch, because if you look at your analytics and your biggest following is like in Sweden or France or something that's a different time zone than whatever country you live in, then you need to adhere to that. But for most people, I'm going to speak in terms of the US. For the US, you need to post before 4 p.m. So I post twice a day on Instagram. I post at anywhere from 8 to 9:30 in the morning. I really don't like going past 9:30. I feel like every time I go past 9:30, it's just not good. The views are just not good. So I'll post anywhere from 8 a.m. to 9:30, as close to 8 a.m. as I can get. And then I'll wait 3 to 4 hours and I'll post again at 2 p.m. Those are my two times. I feel like anything after that, either the east side of the country is asleep and they're not interested in seeing it, or there's now so much content out already that possibly my content is not the most interesting out of the bunch. So if I post at 5, now all the content from the morning and the afternoon is already out. From the East Coast, they're posting ahead of us. Their content's already out. And now I'm coming to the tail end of this. And then my video's got to be really, really amazing to break through all of that. And, maybe it is. But, I think it's better to post something rather than nothing. If you missed your time to post, it's better to still post something if it's not at the time you wanted to. But what I always suggest is posting earlier in the day. And also what I found too is when I get my posting out of the way earlier in the day, that was kind of hard to say. Wow, I just rhymed 3 times in a row. What the heck? That was crazy. Okay. Anyways. And okay. Okay, I just found so much joy in that. I found when I post earlier in the day and just get my posting out of the way, that the rest of my day is free for me to do whatever I need to do, you know? Like, I don't feel like I'm just constantly thinking about, oh, don't forget at 5 o'clock you need to post, and don't forget at this time you need to post. It's like, if all my posting is done by like 1 p.m., I'm like, cool. Now I've got all the way till when I go to bed, 11 o'clock, whatever, to do whatever I need to do. That could be hang with family. That could be write a song. That could be whatever, you know? The worst thing is when I'm trying to remember to post and then I'm like, oh, I'm in the middle of a session. Like, I don't want to take the time or sneak off to the bathroom, you know, to act like I have to go to the bathroom just to post. Like, I just want to have it done and out of the way so that when I get to my session, I'm an open mind and I can just write and be free to do whatever I need to do. So I think that's also the bonus of that. My last one, and this is kind of a bonus tip. This is not really one of the probably the 4 main points, but this is my tip that once you have a video doing really well, this is what keeps it doing well. A lot of times when we post stuff, we post it and we forget about it, right? Like, we'll comment back the first couple of days and then we're just like, whatever, like, it's doing well, yay me. And then we never think about that video ever again. What I have found to keep videos going re-viral constantly, like, you know, we're talking like 2 weeks later, boom, it got another 100,000 views or got another 1,000,000 views or whatever. My trick to that is I go back and re-comment back to people. So, you know, when a video is doing really well, people are commenting. You don't have time every day to comment back to all these different people, right? Nor like, you know, there's got to be a little bit of mystery to the fact that you're not as accessible as people think you are, right? So, but for a video to go viral, you want to go back to that comment section and start re-commenting back to people because that will re-boost you in the algorithm. It triggers the algorithm in a way that it makes the algorithm think like, oh, this video is going viral again. People are interested in this video again, right? Because when you comment back to somebody, that person sees your comment. They go back to the video, right? They might rewatch it. And they also might comment back to you, which then gets another comment on the video. And again, reboosts you in the algorithm, right? So if you comment back to 100 people and those 100 people, all 100 of them go check your comment, rewatch the video, whatever. Now Instagram's like, oh, people are interested in this video again. And boom, it's off to the races again. So I have done this so many times on videos. And I've done it on videos that like did okay. They didn't do that great. And then I went back and I commented back to people. And then it did go viral because I took the time to comment back to people. It really, really is a big bonus tip that people do not remember to do because we get caught up in life and we're just caught up in the rat race of like just remembering to post. And I specifically try to take time every day, like whether it be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. And I just sit there on my phone and just comment back to people. I'll re-go through my videos, be like, oh yeah, this video did well, boom, 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 boom. I'll try to comment to many people as I can, which I think is also really important in building a community on your platform. You can have a video do really well just because you have such strong, committed fans that are like, we want every video of this girl or boy to go viral. Like, we're just so committed to them. And the way to cultivate that relationship with your fans is responding to people and making people feel special that they took the time out of their day to comment on one of your videos. So hopefully that helps. I'm telling you, if you use these tips, it's really going to help your videos do a lot better. If they're not going viral already, it'll help them go viral or just help them do better in the Instagram space. So good luck out there, and we will see you next week. Peace.